Yes. Do I believe in UFOs? Yeah, do they believe in me? Do I believe in UFOs? Usually when I get this question, they ask me, do you believe in aliens and UFOs? And I always preface this by saying, I don't believe in anything. I only ascribe I wouldn't even say faith, but I sort of hang my trust on things. Trust is based on evidence, whereas faith is not based on evidence. And so scientifically, I have to say, do I trust that UFOs are real? And I say, well, I think that there are aliens out there. I know how many stars there are in the galaxy, roughly 100 billion. I know how many galaxies there are in the universe, 100 billion. That's an awful lot of stars. And we're starting to find planets around a lot of the nearby stars, and we're starting to find planets that are starting to look a little bit like Earth. Not exactly, but we're getting there. And in 20 years, we'll certainly know. Now, when I was a kid, and even as late as 1995, we didn't know about any planets orbiting other stars like the sun. Now we know of hundreds. And so what's going to happen in the next 100 years? It seems to me that statistically, the odds are overwhelming that there are going to be Earth-like planets out there, and there are going to be so many of them that they're bound to have life on them. Maybe advanced life, maybe not. But that's a totally different question than whether these aliens are coming here to visit us. I have never seen one single UFO picture, case, video, anything that has been at all convincing to me. I've seen lots of interesting pictures, but they're almost always Venus or a meteor or a satellite or an airplane or a flaw in the camera itself. And all of this best footage that I always see on these TV shows, if I'm making a TV show about UFOs, I'm going to find the best footage. The best footage they show, I recognize instantly as flaws inside the camera or Venus or a satellite or a bird. I was fooled by a flock of ducks once. I wrote about this in my book. A flock of ducks was flying through some searchlights, and boy, oh boy, for a minute, I was kind of scratching my head over what this was until I could hear the squawking, and I thought, oh, they're ducks. They're not aliens. Okay, good. So no, do I think aliens are visiting us? I have not seen any evidence for it. They could be. It only takes one, right? But I haven't seen anything that's convincing. And the other argument I use is that who's looking at the sky all the time? Some random guy on the street looks up and sees something he doesn't understand. That's not surprising, right? Because he doesn't spend a lot of time looking up. Amateur astronomers spend more time looking up than anybody. They're out all the time looking at this stuff. And yet they never report UFOs. Why? Because they know what they're looking at. They know when they're seeing Venus, the moon, swamp gas, the aurora, satellites, reflections off of things. And so the fact of the matter is that if UFOs were real, if these were really aliens visiting us, overwhelmingly the most number of reports would be from amateur astronomers. And yet they never seem to report them. And I think that indicates that, it doesn't indicate that there are no aliens visiting us, but it certainly indicates that the overwhelming majority of cases that are reported are just simple things being misunderstood. To make a short story long. Yes?